Today, 4, 5? I've lost track now, I'm so tired. Okay, so we finished the second coat this morning, look at this. And it's too dark for you to see. We've got the second coat of white on, it just looks so much better now. Let's just try and adjust there. Maybe you can see, maybe you can't, but generally the room just looks that much brighter. So on to the next part now. I've hoovered the floor again, which is no mean feat, I can assure you, but the floor's hoovered and ready to go. So the next step now is to do the epoxy. It is a 2-part epoxy primer and then a 2-part epoxy top coat, which was recommended to me by Regal Paints, who I'm not affiliated with. They suggested I can put that straight on top of latex because you can't just put normal paint on top of latex. So we're going to give that a go, but you've got to paint the edges first and you've got to mix the biggest can of paint I've ever seen for about 10 minutes before you can use it. So I need to do that and then start painting. Wish me luck. That's it, the epoxy is done. I've just done the primer, which I'll come and show you. But the fumes this stuff gives off is unbelievable. But it goes on absolutely lovely. Excuse the radio, I can't get to it to turn it off. Here you go. So you just roller it all the way across, all the way to the door, and you can see the finish that you get. And that's the primer coat, done. Like I said there, the fumes this thing gives off is absolutely unbelievable. So I've got all the windows open trying to air out some of the fumes. But I'm so glad it's done. That's one job done. Now on to the next. So just need to do the top coat and then wait 48 hours and then we can move in. Woohoo! Hello, welcome to day 6. CCTV's installed and everything else is coming along nicely, except for the paint isn't dry. Let me show you. Okay, so got a chance to tidy the office, give everything a good clean, just to give you a look around. Here you go. I know it's not much, but it'll do for now. CCTV, hi, hi. Okay, and then into the main room. So as you can see, the floor's dry. It's got a few brush marks on it, but I have made a little bit of a mistake because I don't know if you can see this here, but there's a big pool where I missed some with the roller, and that's not drying. So I've got this very loud space heater on it to try and get it dried out as quick as I can. But I'm going to have to start coating now anyway, because this has got to be done by the end of the week. Done by Friday, because that's when everybody's helping me move in. So whether it's ready or not, we're in here on Friday. So I'm just about to start doing it now. It's about 5 o'clock. But wish me luck. I'll try and record it this time. I brought my tripod, so hopefully we can get a nice time lapse, but we'll have to see. Okay, bye. Okay, so I've just realised that I haven't shown you the paints. So I don't know if you can see this. This is Regal Paints, and it comes as a 2-part pack. This is the High Build 2K epoxy floor paint in white. Show you the front. There you go. And the idea is you mix these two together, but you have to mix them for 10 minutes, which is exceedingly boring, I can tell you. So I'm going to start doing that now. Okay. So this is where I started doing the cutting in around the edges. You just do that with a really wide paintbrush and you just kind of slap it on, really. You've got to get it as thick as you kind of feel like you can, but you can't work it too much either, and you just got to go for it. And this actually took ages. It doesn't look that difficult in time lapse, but it really was. And the fumes were absolutely awful as well. So this paint didn't go on as well as the first paint, I have to say. I was worried because it was white that it wasn't coating the same way, so I kept kind of having to go back and redo it. I was also a bit concerned that the paint underneath wasn't really fully dry, but I had no option. I just had to continue with it. So I just slapped it on as best as I could, and then it was straight onto the roller after that. So all in all, though, it was pretty easy, you know. Okay, that's the edges done. Yeah! Now on to the big part. So I'll just show you. So you have to go around with the epoxy and cover all the edges. any bits you see that are going to be difficult to do with the roller. So I've now done that all the way around. We're ready to go. Let's get the roller out. So this is where I started with the roller, just rolling the paint on, as you can see. This came in, instead of one big tin, it came in smaller tins that you mixed up bit by bit. So I just thought I would mix one at a time and then come back and do the next one. And then, as you can see, just did it bit by bit. I wasn't sure whether I'd have enough paint left, so I was a bit less liberal with the paint than perhaps I should have been. A couple of areas could have done with a bit more, but the night before I'd put too much on, so you know, I just wanted to make sure that I had enough paint left. In the end, I had kind of half a tin left, so it probably would have been better to use the whole lot. But I mean, this was super hard work. After a while, the roller just got so thick with paint, it was really hard to push it along. And it was kind of sliding around on the paint because there was so much paint there. So, I mean, it's just a case of slapping it on and doing the best that you can, really. And, you know, it was certainly exciting anyway to see it go white, because we wanted to use some of this room as a photography studio. So it was really important that it was a nice bright white for us as well. But mixing the paint's an absolute pain. I just mixed the last bit here and gassed myself out. And then getting yourself out the door is pretty hard without getting completely covered in epoxy as well. But, you know, I think I did pretty well in the end. You know, got it all done, and then just had to wait 48 hours for it to dry, you know, a full 48 hours. But I went back in the next day and it was still, you know, really tacky. And even after the full 48 hours, I wasn't really sure that it was ready to move into. But, you know, unfortunately, we had no choice. We just had to go for it. So I think in future on a cold day, allow more. So it's 8:15 and I have done it. Do you want to take a look? Do you want to take a look? Here you go, one super white floor. Wow, what a job. And oh my God, it stinks. That paint absolutely stinks. But all done. So I think I'll end part 2 here and then come back and show you part 3. Part 3 is moving into the workshop and putting all our tools in place, which was super exciting, which also involves completely trashing this brand new floor, which took ages to do. But I'll come back to that in another video. All in all, though, we were pretty chuffed with this. It looked absolutely great at this stage, and that's what we were looking for. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. You know, click like and subscribe and all that lovely jazz, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.